was really going back and forth on making this video, and I decided to do it, so it's gonna be a long one, but I have never in my life had a moment where I thought that the Lord of the universe actually heard me. And pretty recently I had a moment with him that was a direct answer to prayer, and I need to just preemptively say my prayer life with God has been non-existent the last 2 years. In fact, my relationship with God has been non-existent the last 2 years. I decided he doesn't care. He's got so many other things going on. I'm just going to live life the way that I want to live life because I only have one, right? And so I made a lot of choices that I'm not proud of. I still make choices I'm not proud of, but I need his grace every day, I'll tell you that. And anyways, I got to a point that I was just going to church to mark it off my list. I decided I wasn't going to have a prayer life with him outside of church because I don't even know how to pray right, you know? I felt like everything I was doing was just wrong. My mom made that very clear to me because everything I do in her eyes is just wrong, and I can never do a damn thing right. So I kind of wrote off God with that one too. And anyways, my relationship with my family was starting to get really rough. I was like, I don't want to be in this area. I'm sick of it. I don't want to be close to family. And I just completely put aside everything. And I was like, I bought a flight to Alabama. I was going to go look at houses. I was pretty convinced I was going to move down there. And then I randomly one day woke up and was like, I'm going to fast. I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a long time. I'm going to fast. And during that fast, I made it a point to reignite my relationship with my Lord, right? So I grabbed my Bible, which I hadn't read in a very long time. And I mean, I used to read it all the time. Like, this thing is, I mean, it's marked up. Like, I used to read it all the time. And I used to have so much trust in it. And then I lost it. And it's for no reason of the Bible alone. It was just my own personal reasons that I was like, I don't even want to read it. Even though everything in this book is true. And anyways, my relationship with God was pretty much non-existent, but I decided I was going to fast and start reading my Bible again. So I'm fasting and I'm reading my Bible for 4 days. And throughout that 4-day period, I'm stressed about where to move and what to do. And at the end of my fast, my dad comes up to me and says, hey, you should go look at some houses in the area. And I'm like, I don't want to look at houses in the area. He said, you should at least go try looking at them, right? The reason I'm pulling this out is because I actually wrote it down, so I wouldn't forget that this ever happened to me. And anyways, so I go look at houses, and I'm like, I don't really love any of them. And then there's this one house on the market that I really don't want to see, but I go see it, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I put an offer in on it, right? And there's 5 other people that have offers in on the house. One, which happens to be a fellow preacher in our area, and his wife. So I knew I wasn't getting the house, okay? Like, that's where I kind of settled. I wasn't getting the house, and I was like, God, I just got done with my fast. I know my relationship with you is non-existent, but I'm leaving this up to you. If you want me here, you'll show me. That's where I'm leaving it. Balls in your yard, you know, I'm done. And I just mind my own business for a few hours. I get a call from my realtor. He says, hey, you got the house. I said, what? He said, yep, you got the house. And I said, oh my gosh. Then the realtor sends over the other offers. I offered below asking price, okay? And I got the house. The next closest bid to mine was $20,000 over asking price. $20,000 over asking price. And I offered below asking price because that's what I could afford. And I don't know what changed in that moment, but to actually, like, I fell to my knees, more or less, because there's no way that the Lord of the universe heard all the prayers that I was praying, and he listened. He actually listened to the prayers, and I'm not saying he always will, because he won't, you know, sometimes you gotta pray a long time, sometimes he'll pray, and he'll say, that's not what I need for you, you're not getting that, but to answer my prayers so quickly, and on top of that, to answer it directly, it's not even about the house. It was, God, do you want me here? Do you want me here in this state? Do you want me here close to family? Where do you want me? I feel like I don't have anybody. And he answered it, and he said, you're supposed to be here. And that was a very clear answer to me when I got the call from the realtor, like, hey, you got the house. Especially after seeing the other offers. Like, there's no way that somebody would take my offer over someone who offered $20,000 over asking price. Like, come on, that's just common sense. So my mind's blown, completely blown, and I don't have any words. Besides, it doesn't matter how far you are from God. It doesn't, because I got pretty far. It doesn't matter what you're doing in your life, you can always turn it around. And the crazy thing to me throughout all of this is actually realizing that the Lord of the universe, the one who created everything, listened and heard my prayer. And that was like a mind-blowing moment for me, because my whole life, I've said prayers in Bible school, I've said prayers throughout childhood, I've said prayers throughout my teenagers, and they never really, nothing came of them, and I didn't know if God really even cared. He's got so many other people on the face of the planet, like, he's not gonna care about some 25-year-old girl in Wausau, Wisconsin, like, absolutely not. And he did, and the fact, it just opened my mind to, like, he knows everything I've done. He knows every prayer I've prayed. He knows every breath I've breathed. Like, it blew my mind. And it still blows my mind, because I didn't think he cared about me, and he does. So if you're struggling with that like I was, like, he cares so deeply about you. You might not think he's listening, you might not think he cares, but he does so deeply, and I need his grace every day. But I thought I'd share that, because that has literally never happened to me, and I've never actually taken into account that the Lord knows who I am, he knows where I am, he knows what I'm doing, and I thought that was so cool.